Welcome to Suitcase and Chardonnay, the podcast where style meets storytelling and where we blissfully blend travel, fashion, food, wine, and intentional living. I'm Renate Engelbrecht, your host, and this is a space where you can find inspirational lifestyle tips, explore beautiful local and international destinations, and share slow, luxury moments and the little details that make life feel richer. In this second season, we are leaning even deeper into life's unique experiences. From boutique hotels and family weekend escapes, to thoughtful food and fashion, soulful conversations about wine, creativity, and conservation, and the art of slowing down without losing your sense of adventure. Whether you're listening on a morning walk, planning your next getaway, or simply craving a moment of inspiration, you're in exactly the right place. If you love lifestyle podcasts that celebrate travel, fashion, food, and wine, go ahead and follow or subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. And if something resonates, save it, share it, and let it travel further than we ever could alone. Now, if you're ready, let's go. Valentine's Day is almost here, and if you're anything like me, you are always late with gifts and never know where to run to if the day arrives. But in the end, it's all about the smaller details that make the day so special. And it's not necessarily a day that has to be big and bold, but it can be small details that you bring into your life and into the day and continue to celebrate for the rest of the year. So, without further ado, this episode is all about the little luxuries that you can bring into Valentine's Day this year and last minute gifts that you can consider, whether it is a beautiful dress or a handbag or anything that you feel is worth investing in for the day. Um, and even, loungewear or something that is something for you or other gifts for your family. Maybe you're celebrating Valentine's Day as a family and not just with your partner. So, this episode is dedicated to the last minute gifts for Valentine's Day this year. And I think there is something for everyone. So, let's dive in. First of all, luxury isn't always about expense. Sometimes it's really just about the atmosphere that you create within your home, within um, between the people that you are with. And I think you would also find the first episode of this season very interesting because there I talk about the small little luxuries that make a house a home. And I think it ties in with that very well. But what I want to get to is that I think we don't always have to buy something to make someone feel special. We can create an atmosphere, and that can also make them feel special, and not just them, but yourself as well. So I think going back to the first episode of this season, it would be great to have a listen to that as well, because as I say, it ties in very well. But consider bringing in some candles, some dimmed lights, soft music, clever playlists. I'm a country girl, I admit. I'm a country music girl. Don't judge, but anything that works for you. And just create an atmosphere that makes everyone feel at ease and feel welcome and feel loved. You can also bring in some cozy touches like scatter cushions. There are some beautiful Valentine's colored um, scatter cushions at H&M Home at the moment. I just saw them today and it's really pretty. Um, I actually think it would look very nice in any home if you are one for the bolder colors. And it's also not screaming pink, but it's your more rust colored scatter cushions and soft pinks, and it's really beautiful. So go have a look. And then you can also bring in some other touches like scented candles, for example, and of course some wine. Bring some wine and some beautiful glasses into your home. If you don't have glassware to use this Valentine's Day, there are some stunning things to look at poetry stores. Yeah, so consider having a look at those and maybe bringing those into your home if you want to create a certain atmosphere this Valentine's Day. Remember that sometimes the most luxurious thing you can do is actually just to slow down and to enjoy an evening, a quiet evening with those you love. When it comes to fashion this Valentine's Day, remember that it doesn't have to be all red dresses and high heels necessarily, unless that's your vibe, which is also fine. I mean, I love dressing up and always prefer having that red dress in your wardrobe because you never know when you can wear it. But I think, it's important to also feel comfortable in what you wear and find the colors that suit your skin the best. So consider that when you go shopping for your Valentine's outfit this year. Also, remember that small touches like a beautiful silk scarf could make the world of a difference. And there are loads of silk scarves in the shops at the moment because it is quite a big trend. And it's also flowing into autumn and winter this year, definitely. Thin scarves and those kind of triangular scarves are all very much in fashion still, and I think it's definitely worth an investment. So go and have a look where you can find some beautiful scarves, or get your partner one for Valentine's Day as a beautiful gift and a thoughtful gift. That it's not just chocolates and red roses. Yeah, I think like a silk shirts could also be very nice for Valentine's Day this year. In Pretoria, it's quite hot at the moment, so I would prefer wearing a nice light dress. But yeah, it's your prerogative, absolutely. And then obviously accessories, even your favorite scent. Maybe there's something you enjoy wearing, and I know Arc Stores has a wide variety of scents that you can choose from. And of course, it's also a very nice gift to give to someone that you love. I know I always love receiving perfumes and yeah, special scents that kind of resemble my personality and who I am. So it's always quite a special gift to give to someone that you love and someone who is special to you. Also, don't forget about bold earrings, any accessories that elevate a look. I think that is pretty much one of the best ways to actually, portray your style and your personality. So, and there are so many different ways in which you can play around with it then and be creative. There are some beautiful, bold golden earrings at H&M at the moment. And I also just recently posted a blog about um, mismatched earrings, which is also quite a big micro trend at the moment. So maybe consider looking into that, even if it's also a gift. Yeah, mismatched earrings are quite special and very unique. I know in the blog post there's a pair of pearl earrings which you will, no one else will have those. So it's quite unique and special and something to remember this Valentine's Day by. In terms of dresses and outfits for Valentine's Day, I did go and have a look at what's in store. And poetry stores was one of the shops that really stood out for me with some beautiful red dresses, bright red, and even some red shoes. So if you're ever in the shops before Valentine's Day this year, maybe pop in and have a look. There's a very pretty short dress with puffed sleeves that will definitely make a statement, and also a very elegant long dress with shimmery sheer detail at the bottom. Really, really pretty, and it's a dress that you can either dress down or dress up, so it's perfect for a morning or a breakfast with friends or your loved one, or you can dress it up with some bold earrings for dinner on Valentine's Day, which is also always a lot of fun and something very special. There's also a lot of pink that you can have a look at poetry stores at the moment, and there's one specific long, wide dress that is very flowy and very beautiful, perfect for a Valentine's picnic with the family. I can only imagine it with a nice basket bag and a hat and yeah, enjoying some fruit and lots of picnic kind of things somewhere in a park or wherever in your garden, if you like. Yeah, I think there's lots to choose from at poetry stores, definitely. They also have, in terms of gifts, if you are dating or married to a fashionista, then go and have a look at their shoes as well. They've got stunning Adidas red sneakers, and then they also have a stunning pair of red kitty heels or kitten heels, which I think are really lovely and very special and something that will instantly change your look. Zara also has some lovely, lovely things to choose from a gifts perspective, but also if you want to dress up for Valentine's Day and kind of keep to the theme of pink and red and yeah, whatever. I think they are leaning more towards the light pink side of things. There aren't many red items in in the shop at the moment, but also said that they are moving to autumn wardrobes already. So there's lots of other beautiful colors if you wanted to get your fashionista a gift that speaks to the new season and transition into autumn. Something that stood out for me was definitely the no fuss shirts that they have available in store at the moment. Lots of very pretty soft pink and burnt pink type of shirts that could be very feminine and sweet for Valentine's Day if you feel like not dressing up too much. Um, they're all perfect to pair with a nice pair of jeans and, of course, some stunning, stunning ballet flats. Lots of options at Zara at the moment. And yeah, you'll see some of those on the video if you're watching this podcast. But also follow me on social media and have a look on there because I'll also definitely share it on there. Whilst Valentine's Day does fall on a Saturday this year, there is a very, very beautiful soft pink suit at Forever New at the moment. And I think it is so feminine and beautiful and something that will transition from work to play or work to dinner or work to even brunch beautifully. And it's something that, it's a classic piece that you could keep in your wardrobe for a long time. It's really pretty, and the lines are just perfect. Um, a very beautiful silhouette for any feminine style, someone who has a bit of a romantic side to them, perhaps. And I think that fits in perfectly with Valentine's Day, of course. I also popped in at the Superbalist store at Menlyn Park shopping center, and they've got some nice options in terms of red for Valentine's Day as well. I tried on a very pretty white and red checkered dress, which is very beautiful for a picnic on Valentine's Day this year. And they also have a very, very cute short dress, perfect for a date to the ballet. And don't forget, there's actually ballet. Joburg Ballet has Giselle happening soon this week. And then also they're coming to Pretoria soon. So have a look on the blog under the events tab. You'll find all the details on there. And then, last but not least, if you are keen on staying in on Valentine's Day, there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, Woolworths has got you sorted in terms of snacks and wardrobe. They've got some beautiful light pink loungewear available at the moment, and even some socks that can go with that, with some pretty small heart shapes on them. So yeah, go and have a look at Woolies. They definitely have a lot of things for you to choose from. And that's just on the wardrobe side. We'll get to the snack side just now. Suitcase and Chardonnay is a space for curious minds, romantic souls, travelers, foodies, wine lovers, and curators of a beautifully lived life. If this episode resonated with you, you'll find even more depth, visuals, and storytelling on the blog, where each conversation continues beyond the microphone. Explore it all at suitcaseandchardonnay.co.za and join the community by following along on social media. Speaking of loungewear, if you are meaning to lay low on Valentine's Day and stay in, there are a lot of snack options available, specifically at Woolworths. And here I just need to mention that none of the brands I mention on this podcast today have sponsored anything. This is really just what I saw in the shops and things that I thought you guys might enjoy and something that I might definitely enjoy. So, hint, hint. But anyway, back to Woolies and their snacks. There's a lot of things to choose from, and obviously, with these campaigns of them, they've got some really cool things that they always roll out. And I'm thinking things like their giant fortune cookies, for example. One of the things that I think is a very cute gift and something that says a lot. But also, they've got lots of new chocolate options on the in the store at the moment. I'm thinking Lindt. I'm thinking their Chuckles range. They've got like Chuckles bars at the moment that look delicious. I mean, Chuckles are just the ultimate. Um, and also obviously fits in well with the season and with Valentine's Day because the package is red. But anyway, and then they've got things like Marshy's marshmallow pies that look amazing. And yeah, lots of small things like that. And I'm just thinking in terms of family and Valentine's Day, if you feel like celebrating Valentine's Day and love with your family, then yeah, a visit to Woolies isn't a bad idea. They also have those small little packages with jelly tots inside, and I think it's something simple, but you could always, put a couple of those in your kiddie's lunchbox on Friday and say something like "Love you lots, like jelly tots," or something like that. Just small little things that you can do together as a family to celebrate Valentine's Day as well. It doesn't always have to be just you and your partner. It can also be, celebrating life and love as a family and, yeah, just reminding them of how much you love them. Of course, a nice cheese plate is also always very romantic and the perfect thing to pair with some wine. So that's also not a bad idea for a Friday night prior to Valentine's Day or even Saturday night. And that's also something that you can, share and celebrate with a family, with friends. It doesn't just have to be the two of you alone, but it can also be. It's all, your choice. You can decide how you want to spend the day. But obviously, cheese plates can always be something special, and the way that you present it is always very important. I think presentation goes a very long way to show how you feel about something. So, yeah, maybe spend some time on that and see how you can make it look pretty. But, yeah, in terms of products and stuff that you can get for your cheese plate, I mean, you can go a long way with Woolworths and also Checkers. You'll find all of the kind of things that you would want on a cheese plate um, in store or even through 6060 if you don't feel like going out. Um, Yeah, I think pairing that with a wine is obviously a great choice, and obviously on Suitcase and Chardonnay, there's no other way. One of the wines that I can definitely recommend is Chardonnay from Aikendal, and I actually have the bottle over here. It's quite special. It's their 2017 vintage, and it's just so beautiful. Um, and it's, yeah, all of their wines are quite special, but Aikendal, yeah, Aikendal is definitely a great option. And if you feel like a bubbly, Graham Beck obviously comes to mind first. You can actually listen to a podcast episode that I featured, in which I hosted Peter Ferreira. Their well, he's famous for their bubblies. So yeah, I think if you feel like listening to that, head on to the first season, podcast number 23. And yeah, bubbly always worth to bring along if you want to celebrate. And why then not this Valentine's Day? Of course, a nice light Pinot Noir is also a great option for Valentine's Day, and it fits in perfectly with the colors and the themes. So, yeah, have a look online and see what you can find. But yeah, Pinot Noir definitely, especially if you are a red wine drinker and you prefer reds over whites, and Valentine's Day is hot, then a Pinot Noir might be a good choice. Uh, Chill it a little bit and enjoy it. Um, Al fresco with some other nice things this Valentine's Day. Of course, this would also not be a Suitcase and Chardonnay podcast if we don't talk travel. So, and if you are dating or married to someone who enjoys traveling, obviously that would be the ultimate gift this Valentine's Day. And it doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be far. Just think out of the box and perhaps consider enjoying the city. Enjoy your city and exploring things that you've never explored before. Go and have breakfast at a restaurant you've never eaten at before, or search for a waterside dining destination, maybe just outside of town. Um, Enjoy a coffee date at a romantic coffee spot in town, or perhaps, I don't know, try a new restaurant for dinner and make them or allow them to transport you to another country through cuisine and wine pairings. I'm thinking pasta bara, for example, here in Pretoria is ideal for some typical pastas and things that would transport you to Italy, perhaps, or even Alfie's in Hazelwood. That would also transport you to Italy very easily. So it depends on where you want to go and what you want to experience. But yeah, think out of the box and search for other countries and travel experiences within your own area, your own city, your own town, and yeah, make the best of where you're at the moment. But if there is budget and you can perhaps give your partner um, a small little letter, something in an envelope that says you are traveling to somewhere soon. That's also quite special. And yeah, I've got some lovely waterside, like romantic waterside escapes in South Africa listed for you on the blog, and I'll also share the link in the show notes below. So there are a couple of very nice options for you to choose from if you want to make this Valentine's Day and the year ahead a very special one to remember. Yeah, so go and have a look online and see what you can find on the blog. There are various other reviews as well, so be sure to check out the travel tab. If you live around Pretoria and Joburg, it's also worth noting that the Hyde Hotel in Rosebank is launching a speakeasy, and it's something that anyone, who enjoys special drinks and unique experiences would want to know about. So keep an eye on my social media channels. I'll be at the launch this week and I'll share all the details on there. So, yeah, don't miss out on that one. In the end, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be a major event. It could rather just be something where you are intentional about having, you know, slow conversations, sharing a slow meal, paired with a beautiful wine. Um, just sharing life together and being present in the moment, which we don't do that often these days. And I think it's important that we are intentional about it. And that is why I enjoy days like Valentine's Day and other days where we kind of get forced to just think about how are we doing this. Um, because we're more intentional about doing things the right way then, and it kind of just pulls us back into that mindset, and so it's a way for us to just continue with that for a bit longer, because I always say Valentine's Day isn't just one day. You should celebrate love every day and celebrate life every day. So, yeah, I think days like this is just a way to bring us back to the right mindset in terms of how to approach life and love. So yeah, I think whether it is a gift that you want to get someone, or whether you want to spoil yourself with something special for Valentine's Day, or look pretty on a date, whichever it is, I hope this podcast episode was something that you enjoyed, and something worth thinking about, and something that might just help you get the right gift for that special someone, or even just for yourself. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, and let's celebrate love. Thank you so much for listening to Suitcase and Chardonnay. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who might need a little inspiration or a way to romanticize their Valentine's Day. And remember, a beautiful life isn't built in grand gestures, it is built in small, intentional moments every day. Until next time, stay inspired, travel beautifully, and savor the good things.